Welcome back to Ophthalmology for undergraduates and postgraduate beginners. Today's topic is past history in case presentation. Past history in case presentation should include 4 questionnaires to the patient. Let us see what are those 4 questions. You should ask the patient, is there any previous episodes of similar symptoms or problems? Suppose a patient has come to you for itching in the eyes. If you ask the question to the patient, if the patient has had similar kind of problems multiple times before or a single time before, then it can be a case of allergic conjunctivitis. Allergic conjunctivitis presents with itching, a ropey discharge from the eyes, redness in the eyes, all those things will be present. So, previous episodes will help you in coming to a proper diagnosis. It not only helps you in coming to a proper diagnosis, you should ask the patient how long he had the problem in the previous episode. What are the drugs he took? How long it took for him to respond to the treatment? All those things you should ask the patient. If you get answers for all those things, it will be useful in managing the patient this time also in a proper manner, and we can get rid of the patient from the present problem at the earliest. The next question is there any history of previous any other ophthalmic problems? A patient comes to you with defective vision for the past few months. If you had asked the patient, did you have any problems in the eye before this present symptoms? If the patient says, from childhood I had itching in my eyes, for which I used to take regularly some medicines on and off to get rid of those symptoms. Now what you understand is itching is present in allergic conjunctivitis. If the patient had been taking drugs for several episodes of allergic conjunctivitis, that might have led to the defective vision now. You must be wondering how a treatment for allergic conjunctivitis leads to defective vision now. There is one drug called as steroids. Steroids, when taken for a prolonged period of time, will lead to cataract formation in the patient's eyes. It may lead to open angle glaucomas in the patient's eyes. Both of them can lead to defective vision. The third question is whether the patient is having any medical illness for which he is getting treatment or not getting treatment. You should ask only like that. Are you having any problems in your body for which you are getting treatment? If the patient says, I am having this problem, I am having that problem, then you should get the details of that. What is the treatment he is getting? All those things has to be properly recorded. Suppose the patient says, I don't have any systemic problems at all. Then you know India is a country where certain diseases are very, very common. Diabetes is very common, hypertension is very common, tuberculosis is common, leprosy is common, bronchial asthma is common, epilepsy is common, myocardial infarction is common. So many conditions are common in our country. You should ask these conditions to the patient whether he is having or not. If he is having, then you should get the details, how long he is having the problem, what the treatment he is getting, all those things we have to record in the case sheet. That is very, very essential. Our people always they try to say I don't have any problem at all, even if I have a problem in their body. So it is better to ask the patient whether he is having any problems, naming each medical condition. Next is the fourth question. Any surgeries undergone by the patient both for ophthalmic or systemic illnesses? A patient might have undergone a surgery in his eye before. Suppose a patient had a diabetic retinopathy, advanced diabetic retinopathy, which is a proliferative condition for which the patient has undergone vitrectomy and he has got back some vision. Now the patient says, my vision has reduced much. If already the patient has undergone a surgery in his eyes for diabetic retinopathy, then you will have a better idea. Now the problem is getting worsened. It is very difficult to get back the reduced vision now. So we have a better idea in how to manage this patient, how to console the patient if the condition cannot be cured. The next thing about the surgery is, if already the patient has undergone or experienced a surgery in his life, then it is very easy to convince the patient, get the consent of the patient for doing surgery for the present illness. The patient has a better idea what is surgery, what is an operation theatre, everything he knows. Now it is easy for us to convince him for another treatment. So these four histories should be a part of past history, and this will definitely help us in arriving at a proper diagnosis and also in properly managing the patient for the present problem. Thank you. We will see once again in the next video.